It's the living dead for me. It says the ancestors. And this is like a pick-me-upper from the last one. It's understanding the spirit feels for me. Okay? The highs and the lows. Okay? So usually your ancestors come in. They come in a little cold. They do. Usually your ancestors and your angels usually do come in a little cold because of areas that you haven't addressed. You know how when you walk in a cold spot and you ain't never been there before, that any spot that's cold, you never really been there before, and nor do you go there often. Okay, so this is why it's like that with the ancestors, but it warms up. Their presence begin to warm up in your energy. You'll begin to hear them. You'll begin to damn near see them. They'll get closer the more that you heal. So the living dead, they're still living. Okay, so that's the most important. Communication with the dead is very important. Your children are very important. Your ancestors are communicating with through your children because they can't quite get understanding through you. Okay, so they're communicating with your children. Okay. Okay, the ancestors are always going to reveal what's hidden. Always. Okay, always reveal what's hidden. Usually ancestors are here. Most ancestors are here because they didn't get a chance to pass down their gifts to you. Okay, you're the next up in line. Okay, so they're still here. They're still here waiting until you align with the understanding. Their soul is still here. So our ancestors' soul are trapped because of us. In actuality, it's deeper. It's more than just them. It's them. It's us too, because they chose to be here for us, and we still not accepting them for that. We don't see them past the funeral, and so it's a problem now. Okay, and there are still things that I'm telling you, and it's more than just the gifts are more than just the clairs. The gifts are the gift of truth. Your ancestors didn't get to tell you things that happened to you, happened to them, all that stuff. Now that they see they're past the veil, they see that they feel more comfortable to tell you. The ancestors are only going to speak the truth. Okay, they only gonna speak the truth, the harsh truth. Okay, it's like while they were alive, they were judged for this. It's like having the gift of truth is the gift of discernment. A lot of our ancestors had that gift of discernment, and they were judged for that while they were alive by other members in their family. They had that gift, and they were judged, and they passed on. So but they kept a lot of stuff inside of them, and now you're next in line up to be able to speak that. The Sun card, okay, speak on that. Let's set your ancestors free, okay? Like, set them free. It's time to set your ancestors free. You are the only one that can help their souls break free. Okay, they're on the other side now. An ancestor is a passed on loved one. I don't know if you guys know that. Okay, if you're connected with your ancestors, you can see past the veil. That's what that means. You're someone who shows the unloved loved. Okay, so these are energies. So you care about the insects, the animals, the earth. You show the unloved love. I was off topic though. The answer to said parking violations in major cities are very important, and also bullying at school is very important as well. Okay, okay. You could be someone who likes to be alone. The channel song that I got was scared to go outside. Okay. Also from the bullying at school, bullying comes from survival. Okay, which creates competition. That's something that they would like to keep going on in the schools, because that will help you go out into the world and compete for their money. Something like that, honey. So don't keep it up. Get your kids together. Really have them love someone and care about another person. And if they don't, then you need to pull your child away from their energy. Just period. Those are all signs of bad omens. While your ancestors are trying to give them clear messages, keep them positive, keep them pure, so your ancestors can begin to give you the messages. The school could be a problem. Your work could be a problem. Energies there that are stopping you from getting your messages from your ancestors. Because again, this is about the living dead, says the ancestors, okay? Because they're very close to you, okay? You have to use your gifts, the gift of discernment, the clairs, all of those gifts, they help you break the curses. Break the curses, spiritual and material. But the gifts are being abused, okay? By people who can't see and by people who can see, okay? Like, the gifts are being abused. All gifts are being abused. People are afraid of them. You got one collective who's afraid of themselves because they're afraid of speaking in that in manner. They're afraid of standing up for themselves. And you have another collective who are afraid of what they are actually doing. You know, like, for example, if I was fearing coming on here on YouTube, you know what I'm saying, and not giving guidance, I'm afraid of my own power. You got two collectives, you know. So the gifts are being abused. The natural energy of the gifts are being abused. They'll much rather use you to see before they'll want to see for themselves. And that's like, everybody's like that. I have problems with that with people who come and get readings from me. They don't want to see the same thing I'm telling them that they already seen way before I even came in the picture. Your sight, discernment protects you from facing all of this energy that's in this planet. Because if you can see it beforehand, you can solve it. You can fix it for you. You can make yourself, you can show up better. People call you weird, but you're not weird. You see the obvious, the dead. Okay? And I don't see you having a problem with that. I feel like you still have stuff to figure out about that. And that's okay. The dead is here and their souls are ready to break free. So that means a lot of individuals are going to be having a death of an ego, physical and spiritual. Deaths of ego will be happening. The spirits are ready to break free. And now that the gates are open, they can. If you're dealing with spiritual children, you need to pay attention to your spiritual children, because that's your child. You should not be afraid of your child. You shouldn't be afraid of the gifts your child have. My son is the same way. My son will come to me real quick. Mommy, the ancestors told me. I'll be like, what they said, baby? What they said? You heard it better. Don't deny your kids their gifts. And that was our problem. That's been our biggest problem. The biggest curse on our family before we even get into the gifts is the gift of discernment. A lot of our ancestors died, you know what I'm saying, because they wasn't able to speak the truth, which would be discernment. They seen it and weren't able to speak on it, weren't able to say nothing about it. So the gift of discernment, hushiness, quietness is significant. Now that this next generation is going up, you know what I'm saying, we loudmouth. We're going to tell it. Now that you have freedom to tell it the right way. And also protect people as well. Protect your loved ones. Speak on them. Okay? Believe in the afterlife. Okay? It's your duty. Understanding astrology. Believe in that. Because if not, the past will come back to haunt you. The ancestor was also telling me that homeless people, and that makes a lot of sense, because I was recently connected with a homeless person and he was telling me how he sees spirits all the time. And that makes sense. They're outside past the veil. They're outside. Pure energy, nothing next to them but their own energy. And a lot of spirits are in low vibrational energy because they didn't get a chance. A lot of ancestors are too. That's why they come in cold, because they didn't get a chance to tell the truth. They're just here. They didn't get a chance to speak their truth. So how are you mentally? Okay, because the answers are here and you can't play with them, but they sure as hell can play with you. It's because it's their duty to look out for you. And they know that now that they're over there. Maybe they didn't know that when they was alive. But even if they did know that when they was alive, like you had a grandma that cared for you, she's doing that still. Okay, because she still has things to do for you. And the biggest thing is because there were things that she didn't get a chance to tell you. The discernment, the gift of having discernment was big. They were judged for that. They were judged for having discernment, old and young. There's nothing wrong with being scared, but don't let it change who you are. Okay? Some of the ancestors, they were forced to do wrong, and now their punishment is here on earth. That's why these spirits are here, and they're causing confusion. That's their punishment. So changes are being made. A lot of changes are being made within self to raise the energy of the planet, so these energies can surrender. Be courageous about your lineage. If you're not courageous and you don't do something about your lineage, nothing changes. Facing your abuser with this discernment energy was key when it came to our lineage. Having that strength, that courage. And our ancestors were people who should have known better, you know. Like I said, you know, the energy, the same energy that's here was the same energy that was there. So we do have a lot of ancestors that are heavy. They are. But there's been a clearing for the ancestors to be able, everybody is ready to surrender and submit to this energy of healing. Everybody's ready for forgiveness. The natural planet is ready for forgiveness. Because the ancestors were just like you. They want to talk about it. And they know how you feel. The spirits are very strong. And they're here now. Yes, there were people who should have known better. But they're ready now. And I feel like that's the biggest message they wanted me to tell you guys. Your ancestors are ready for you. 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 They're ready, confirmation, they're ready for you to heal your lineage. They're ready for you to help them heal your lineage. The energy is clear now. The energy is open now. And it's time now. No time for play. Okay, let me see if they got a card here. Okay. Okay. Yeah, you got the devil. Because the devil is still has your ancestors' chain. There's still some chains going on here. It's time for you guys to break the chains. Through the sword, some heartbreak, speaking truth. Knight of Cups. I'm telling you, there's a clearing going on here. Yeah, the death card. The ancestors are here. Okay? And it's time for you guys to step in your power with them. Okay? They were sent here to protect you. Okay? Peace. Website, bio.